चावला जी।
Now let's begin the vlog. So last night, we checked inside the hotel of Auris and Banquets in Aurangabad. Now this is our hotel and we went inside for checking in purpose, and this is our room. Now let's have a room visit. So guys, if you need the information regarding this hotel, you can just visit the description box, in which we have provided the link for Auris Hotel and Banquets. A very good morning each and everyone. Once again we are back, but the thing is, actually I woke up late because last night I was working in my channel and we had a huge network issue. Well, talking about the hotel and the room service and everything. Now this hotel is the Auris Hotel and Banquets. It's like located in the city of Aurangabad, and the railway station of Aurangabad is just near to the hotel. Now talking about the hotel, this is the best hotel in Aurangabad according to me. Well, it is now 10 past 11 a.m. in the morning. So we got to go, but the view is not very clear from this point of view. Anyways guys, welcome back to the channel everyone. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. And first of all, Shubho Vijaya each and everyone. Now the thing is, rather the plan is, today is the final day of our journey. So the journey is rather roaming and exploring the city of Aurangabad. So 3 things we got to do. Number 1 is to roam and explore the city of Aurangabad. Then we will go to the ELLORA Caves and explore the viewpoints. Then also talk about the history through voiceover. Then second, we got to go to the BIBI Ka MaqBARA, or rather the DAULATABAD-FORT in the Devagiri area. And lastly, BIBI Ka MaqBARA. So let's see guys, hoping for the best and stay with us. Anyways guys, it is getting late. Now let's have the breakfast. So as you can see, this is our breakfast. We got coconut chutney, sambar with dosa. Now it is time to move on and to explore. So we are going to explore the ELLORA Caves at first. Let me tell you, the distance between the Auris Hotel and Banquets towards ELLORA Caves is approximately 30 kilometers by road, and it takes about 50 minutes to reach. So while going towards the ELLORA Caves, you will definitely see some beautiful sceneries. And the road is extremely good, talking about the service and its smoothness. Well, there is one thing to tell you. So this is going to be my longest vlog till now. is approximately 39 or 40 minutes vlog, so you need patience to watch it. So guys, we are almost reaching the ELLORA Caves signboard, and here it is. So you have reached ELLORA, and yes, it is the World Heritage Site. So that was the entrance of the ELLORA Caves, and right over there is a ticket counter, and also right over there that is the ELLORA Caves. So for the tickets, you need to pay 40 rupees per head, that is for Indian visitors, and for foreigners it is 600 rupees. So we booked the tickets from the ticket counter. Now let's move on and let's explore the surroundings of ELLORA Caves. Before entering the ELLORA Caves, you need to see the garden and also that Indian national flag right over there. It is worth watching. And there is a security checking purpose. We have checked in. The garden is well maintained. And let's move on towards the caves area. So right over there is the ELLORA Caves, our first destination spot for today. And it is now time to talk about the history of ELLORA Caves. So this is a signboard for cave number 16, which is the Kailash Temple cave. So first things first, we need to know that it is the World Heritage Site located in the Aurangabad district of Maharashtra in India. And yes, ELLORA is one of the largest rock-cut Hindu temple cave complexes in the world, with artwork dating back to the period of 600 to 1000 Christian era. So we have entered cave number 16, which basically features the largest single monolithic rock excavation in the world, the Kailash Temple, a chariot-shaped monument dedicated to the god Shiva. The Kailash Temple excavation also features sculptures depicting various Hindu deities as well as relief panels summarizing the two major Hindu epics. Before which we also need to know that the cave temples of ELLORA are the product of three religious systems. Number one is Buddhism, number two is Brahmanism, And last but not the least, that is Jainism. We also got one structure of the elephant right over there, but his trunk is destroyed. Now let's talk about its construction, rather the construction of Ellora Caves. The work began at the chief top. A rectangular trench was cut downward into the rock depths. Some 3 million cubic feet of rock seem to have been chiseled out so that a great pit was formed, 31.61 meter deep, 31.12 meter long, and yes, 46.92 meter wide. Now, right over there, that is the Victory Pillar, which is the famous in Kailash temple. Talking more about Ellora, there are over 100 caves at the site, all excavated from the basalt cliffs, 34 of which are open to public. This consists of 17 Hindu caves, 12 Buddhist caves, and 5 Jain caves, each group representing deities and mythologies prevalent in the first millennium Christian era, as well as monasteries of each respective religion. So I got a question for you guys. Doesn't it look like a chariot from this angle? Although the caves served as temples and a rest stop for pilgrims. The site's location on an ancient South Asian trade route also made it an important commercial center in the Deccan region. The adjoining wall makes the southern gallery. Now here, Vishnu provides a variation. He is, for instance, seen in the man-lion incarnation, tearing with his claws the body of a demon king. Now the demon king was blessed with a boon from the creator which made him invulnerable to anyone in human or animal form. Now that is the pillar which we are talking about, and there are staircases over there. And right now this is another cave inside cave number 16. Now in front of us, this is the Victory Pillar in cave number 16. Now as you can see, this is Lord Vishnu in a sitting posture, and just behind him Goddess Durga. So we also got one temple, and hence we are moving towards the temple. And yes, the staircases are really dangerous. You need to look careful if you are traveling with children. And this is the temple in cave number 16. So the temple is faced by a pavilion which is 50 feet high and level with the main structure to which it is connected. This is the temple. On each side of the Nandi shrine is a pillar, a stone and a flagstaff which is 51 feet high with finely wrought carvings of Shiva cult. From this view you can see the outside from ELLORA Caves or from cave number 16. So we are up, and this is the view from cave number 16, that iron pillar and that elephant-like structure, and every tourists are busy in taking selfies. This point is actually better for the photographers. So guys, we have completed cave number 16, the Kailash temple, but we didn't visit one Jain temple right over there and one Buddhist cave right over there, because there were more steps, so it would have taken much time. And see that guy over there. So now let's explore DAULATABAD Fort. This is just 12 kilometers from ELLORA Caves. So the distance between ELLORA Caves to DAULATABAD Fort is about 23 minutes, rather 13 kilometers. So guys, we are almost reaching. And just like that, we are at the entrance of DAULATABAD Fort. Now let's move inside. Alright, there is a signboard for DAULATABAD Fort. You can pause it and read it. Now let's move on. There's a passageway towards the entrance, or rather the ticket counter. Right here, the information is given. So for Indian visitors, it is 25 rupees per head, and for other countries, it is 300 rupees per head. Now for the information of guide fees, you can pause this video and can read the rates. 1 to 5 persons is 1800 rupees. Now guys, let's talk about the history of DAULATABAD Fort. Now if you want to read the full-fledged information from the signboard, now here you can pause the video and you can read it. Now this is the main entry gate for DAULATABAD Fort, where we have checked our tickets. Now DAULATABAD Fort, or the Devagiri Fort, also known as Deogiri Fort, is a historic fortified citadel located in Devagiri village near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. It was the capital of the Yadava dynasty, which ruled between 9th century to 14th century Christian era. For a brief time, the capital of the Delhi Sultanate, 1327 to 1334. Now these are the cannons which are shown for view. Different cannons used for different purposes, mainly are for battles. Now this is a signboard for the cannon at DAULATABAD Fort. You can pause the video and can read that. That was the entrance, and more cannons were shown over there. Now guys, let's talk about the history. The history of Daulatabad goes back to the 12th century when it was the capital of the Hindu kingdom in the Deccan and was also called Devgiri. The fortress of Devgiri was constructed by Raja Bhillam Raj of Yadav dynasty, who was a great general of his time. 30 years later, Devgiri was to attain a brief period of glory as India's capital. Now, as we all know, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, ascending the Delhi throne, ordered his capital to be moved to the southern city, which he renamed Daulatabad, the city of fortune. It was a transplantation rather than a transfer, for Delhi's entire population, men, women and children, rich, poor alike, were to move out in the population in a mass to the new capital. Although it was all gone in vain, the Sultan regretted his decision and, repeating his act of madness, ordered the whole mass of migrants to move back to the abandoned capital. And we are moving towards Daulatabad-Fort, and also we will see the Chand Minar, which is right over there. And yes sir, lot of steps to cover up. Now let's move ahead. Talking about the first gateway leads into the enclosure, which has at the left a huge water tank, and further up there is an ancient Hindu temple. Its roof is supported by 150 pillars. Towards the right, as you can see, is the Chand Minar, a pillar of victory built by a king to commemorate his conquest of Daulatabad. That is the Chand Minar, guys. See that, guys? Looks like we have covered a lot of distance, but it is actually not only 20%. We have not yet covered 10%. We got to go much higher.
It was also ruled by Alauddin Khilji at the dawn of the 1200s under Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Now we were also talking about the water tank, which is right over here. Right now it is empty, but this is that water tank. Now let's be honest, we didn't take any guide, but indeed we asked one local person to guide us towards the Bhulbulaiya part in Daulatabad Fort, and right now we'll be listening to his statements.
मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक ने बनाया चांद मीनार, मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक ने राजधानी उसने किया, सिक्के खोटे उसके चला दिया, खाए के पीतल के जो सिक्के आते हैं ना पुराने, चमड़े के सिक्के थे वो बंद करा दिया, इसके पीतल के सिक्के चलाई। मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक बोले तो बहुत राजा, इतना डेंजर था, बहुत डेंजर था। सबसे कौन सीढ़ी इस किले के अंदर पूरी, यहाँ से तो नीचे से तो ऊपर तक।
असली किला क्या अभी से शुरू होता है?
यहाँ से शुरू है मेन
असली किला। तो बाकी इतना दूर जो आया है
नहीं, तो ये तो सर ये भी खुला मैदान है, नहीं बनाया इधर
तो गेट है,
गेट है, उसे एंट्री उधर से, और जो इधर से गार्डन आएगा, उधर से गार्डन आएगा, मीनार आएगा, मेडियम आएगा।
तो असली किला अब
यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो गया। चलो मेन भूलभुलैया पॉइंट आपको देखना है।
हाँ।
जो पॉइंट है मेन भूलभुलैया। चलो।
And right now we are entering the Daulatabad Fort, the main and the most important entry gate for Daulatabad Fort. And this is the main entrance. For no confusion, yes guys, this is the main entrance for Daulatabad Fort. Talking about the total height of the fortress, which is approximately about 183 meters, rather 600 feet. The use of this supply to a besieged fortress is obvious. Further up, there is a Mughal pavilion and a crown hall.
दुश्मन आएगा और ऊपर से जो खड़े रहेगा सिपाही वो नीचे गरम तेल करेंगे और पूरा डाल देंगे ऊपर से वो वहीं खलास हो जाएंगे.
Now, actually, that was the trap which we was talking about. Now guys, let's go up and let's watch the scenery. There are a lot of steps to go up, and there is also one cannon, but the scenery will be fantastic. Now this is the main cannon. And from this view, you can watch the Chand Minar. And yes, the scenery is awesome. It is worth watching. Now guys, we'll be crossing one drawbridge. This is the bridge which we were talking about. And yes, shouting, teasing and clicking videos are strictly prohibited. Yet we did, because there were no securities. And we are crossing the drawbridge. Beyond this, later constructions is the moat, which is 40 feet deep. This is the moat. And it was believed that crocodiles were there only for those enemies. And there was one entrance where my father was pointing. The solid rock is scrapped to a height of about 76 meters, which is almost 250 feet. And there is only one narrow entrance over the moat. Now let's go inside, guys. It spirals darkly over the hewn steps, shielded by the rock mass overhead. Some of the parts are pitch dark, and the attendant lights are flare for the visitor. In the olden days, it could be easily barricaded. Now at its far end, a final obstacle was created by a kind of iron brazier. Now this is one staircase which was built during the British period. And right now we'll be entering the Bhul Bhulaiya. And yes, you need to watch for the steps. Now this is the signboard for the dark passage or Andheri. You can pause and read it. Now as we are moving inside, darkness came out. There were no flashlights, so we just used our cell phone lights or the mobile torch. So we are inside the Bhul Bhulaiya, guys, or rather it is also called a maze for the enemies. Now the story is, when a fire was lighted in the brazier, the great heat blew into the passage due to an effective device of suction, and the passage became altogether blocked. Now this is one passage for the Bhul Bhulaiya. There is one passage, and right over there another one. so the enemies may get confused, like they used to get confused. Some of the enemies' traps are still on the rooftop, and right now we are moving downwards. Now guys, let me tell you something. This is the QR code scanner for gathering the information of Daulatabad Fort. No worries guys, we have provided the information in the description box right below. Well, if you are coming to the Daulatabad Fort, you need to be very careful because of the steps. The high-rising steps are really dangerous. Well, so guys, we have covered 70 to 80% the day 3 tour, and right now let's ask some few questions regarding this Aurangabad and let's get some opinions from my father. So how is the experience so far?
Oh, it's a really good one and worth it. But the fort is maximum portion of the fort is destroyed. But whatever the remaining portion, it won't disappoint you. It's a architectural splendor of Muslim emperor of our Indian history. That's it.
Right over there you can observe that octagonal palace having 12 arcs, which was built during the reign of Shah Jahan, the Mughal emperor. And right now guys, we are just in front of the BIBI Ka Maqbara in Aurangabad. And this is the QR code scanner for booking of tickets. And right over there, this is the ticket counter. Now let's talk about the booking of tickets and its fare charges. Now guys, this is the last destination spot, the BIBI Ka Maqbara in Aurangabad. Now let's talk about its history. Now this is the entrance of BIBI Ka Maqbara, and right over there we have the security checking purpose. Now this is none other than BIBI Ka Maqbara, which was constructed by Prince Azam Shah in memory of his mother Rabia-ul-Durrani between the year 1651 to 1661. The beautiful mausoleum of Aurangzeb's wife is believed to have been constructed by Prince Azam Shah in memory of his mother Rabia-ul-Durrani alias Dilras Banu Begum, a big name rather, in 1651 to 1661 AD, as we have already informed. But the thing is, it was modeled on the Taj Mahal at Agra, the creation of Aurangzeb's father Shah Jahan. However, it is a poor imitation. The exterior lacks in symmetry. The structure is topped by marble dome, but the walls are of plaster. There is an octagonal screen of perforated marble encloses the tomb. Now guys, let's get inside. The interior decoration has nothing compared to the great architectural wonder at Agra. That's the fact, yet BIBI Ka Maqbara has its own splendor and grace. The comparison to the Taj Mahal has often obscured its very own considerable charm. Due to the strong resemblance, it is also called the Dakkani Taj or the Taj of the Deccan or the Southern Taj. BIBI Ka Maqbara is the principal monument of Aurangabad and its historic city. The mausoleum was intended to rival the Taj Mahal, but the decline in architecture and proportions of the structure, both due to the severe budgetary constraints imposed by Aurangzeb, had resulted in a different and particular monument with its own significant beauty. Now these are the arcs which is kept inside the dome. Rather, it was constructed during the reign of Aurangzeb. Also, it's a mosque. Now guys, you can scan this QR code right over here and can get the information of BIBI Ka Maqbara and its history. So guys, that's it. So guys, our trip is over. And just like that, our vlog comes to an end, guys. So I hope you have liked the vlog. So if it's a yes, then go ahead and hit the like button, and definitely do comment below. And if you've got any kind of doubts or queries, so you can freely ask in the comment section right below. And we have also provided some kind of information regarding our hotel, the Auris and Banquets in Aurangabad, in the description box right below. And yes, if you haven't subscribed it, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So that's it guys. I hope you have liked the video, and yes, definitely we'll be bringing some more exciting vlogs in the upcoming videos of mine. So till then, stay happy, stay blessed, and most importantly, stay safe.